snow in some
Yeah,
places
up
too.
up to the north. I was looking at cameras a little while ago before coming into this studio, and up in the Sanger area, it is an ice skating rink, and you're
Ooh,
going through a
yeah.
construction zone to boot. So with only one lane open, that's not much fun. Up north of our viewing area, as one moves up into Grayson County, continuing up past Van Alstyne, continuing up towards Sherman, Denison. There have been a lot of crashes and incidents on the roadways up through there, and it is much more concerning as far as people having to get out and about in those areas than it is here. It seems like in some of the areas, like Roof Snow here, you can see the main lanes. It's like the treatment in some cases has done a really good job of breaking up the ice.
Right.
In other areas, it hasn't worked as well, I think, as they would have hoped.
Right.
And when we bring Kenna Mitchell on, that's one of the things I kind of wanted to talk about is
What's next? Yeah.
what's next.
Well,
Yeah.
and let's bring her in. We have Kenna Mitchell with TxDOT joining us this morning. Chip, you work with TxDOT a lot, all
Yes.
morning, every day on a normal day. But
right.
you know, today, so busy for all of those crews. They've had crews out patrolling and plowing roads all morning long. Kenna, thank you for joining us today. Hey, Kenna, can you unmute your mic for us? I don't know that we can hear you there.
Oh, sorry.
There
we go.
Hey.
Okay.
All
Hi.
right. Hey, Kenna, thanks for joining us.
Yes, good morning, everyone.
I know I've got Chip Waggoner here with me as well, who you probably know pretty well, and he's been following quite a few incidents this morning.
Right. There have been quite a few, Kenna, and we've seen that here and there. But first and foremost, thank you so much for all of the folks at TxDOT and your service for the last few days, treating the roadways ahead of time, and then going out and trying to help those motorists that have found themselves stranded in this inclement weather.
Yeah, certainly crews have really been active the past few days, not just putting some of that early brine down, but also making sure the equipment is ready to run 24/7 in some really harsh conditions out there, and making sure all the materials are ready to go. So it's been a lot of preparation work, and we're not out of the woods yet. We know we've got that second round of precipitation that's coming in this afternoon with the freezing temperature. So it's going to be even more of the travel challenge across the metro in North Texas.
Yeah, what are your crews doing right now? I mean, you guys just have to continuously treat these roads and monitor the conditions.
Yes, we've got several different things going on right now. We actually have some plowing operations going where we're starting to see some of those larger accumulations on the roadway. And in other parts, we're hitting it with a lot of the brine, the salt, and other materials. Now, on some of these areas, you might only see one lane that's really drivable, and that's okay because first, we don't want you to be out in these conditions if you don't have to be. But second, if you are going to be out there, it's going to be a slow operation out there. That means you need to be driving slow. You need to be very alert to the conditions out there. And you're going to have to set aside those phones and other distractions to give that full attention to the drive.
There's so many roadways here across North Texas that the pre-treatment of the roadways had to start on Wednesday. And one of the things that I was wondering about was this transition where the cold front, it didn't take quite as long, or it took longer than expected for that cold front to kind of come through the area. And as a result, we had a rainy night last night. And I was just thinking about that coming over to work this morning. Did that extended rainfall end up washing that first round of pre-treatment off the roadways?
Well, the brine itself can withstand some rain. And I did ask our crews this morning about the effectiveness of it, what they were seeing. And the good news in a lot of areas was that, yes, we were seeing that accumulation start to slush up instead of sticking directly to the roadway. So it was effective there. But as this keeps moving through, it's not a one and done, put one layer of brine down and hope for the best. We're going to keep at it. We're going to keep applying more brine, more materials, and plowing to help keep these roads as clear as possible.
All right. Kenna Mitchell with TxDOT. We really appreciate you guys. I know it's going to be a busy next couple of days. Anything you want drivers to be aware of for your crews who will be out working, not just today, but tomorrow and the next day and maybe even the day after that?
Well, certainly our crews do need room to work. Our trucks are big, the plows are big, and sometimes they're working in tandem. So they'll be stacked in different lanes, one behind the other. So when you see these operations, just now give yourself several car lengths to stay behind them and know that they're going to be going slow. These are slow operations because we want to make sure the materials are being put down. So again, just give us space to do that work. And if you are considering going out, we do urge you to check not just the weather forecast, because again, we've got that second round coming in, but also making sure that you check drivetexas.org. You can view our network of more than 700 traffic cameras across the metro and also see those travel conditions out there. And that may help you decide, no, I need to stay home today and not be out on the road.
I'm a big fan of hibernating right now.
Yes.
I'm with you. Kenna, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for talking to us. We appreciate your time.
And she's exactly right. The
Stay
whole
safe, everyone.
the whole idea of these crews out and about tirelessly working to try to keep the roadways passable, giving them a wide berth, and any other
Say
vehicles.
multiple car lengths.
Yeah,
space
I mean, you
between.
need to be like, if you see them up ahead, a quarter mile ahead, my suggestion is you just go the speed they're going. That would actually be the best thing to do, because then you're going to be on freshly treated roadway. It's not about a sprint. It's not about getting from point A to point B in a hurry. It's trying to get from point A to point B safely.
Right.
And so that would be what I would suggest. And in any situation right now, if you absolutely have to get out on the roadway, it is so important that you make sure and watch out for the other person that might not be treating these conditions with the respect that one should. And we've seen a lot of vehicles go way too fast on the roadways, end up hitting a slick patch, go into walls, and bounce all over the roadway when they do that.
Yeah.
And so what I want to make sure that I just reiterate, if you have a lot of extra space between you and the vehicles around you, you're going to be in a better place to react in a way where you don't hit your brakes, but you can let your foot off the gas, downshift, whatever it takes to slow you down in a safe way. And then the other thing that I just want to be able to reiterate, when you get to any kind of overpass, so you're on a roadway like you're seeing right here on this shot, you're at ground level, it's going to be a little bit better because you're on the ground. But when you get on an overpass, once you approach the overpass, go ahead and take your foot off the accelerator and just coast along. Just coast along.
Just coast.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, and just stay off of the roads if you can.
that
And like
would
they
be the
said,
best
several
advice,
people this
right?
morning
Okay.
already have said, put your phone down. So I think
Yeah.
that's huge too. Chip, we're going to keep checking in with you. I know it's been such a busy morning for you and for all these first responders and for TxDOT here this morning. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with more coverage of this winter storm in just a couple of minutes.